Hey guys, it's Tasha. This is Britches Get Stitches. Thanks for stumbling on my channel here. This is my 2026 plans and right on cue. Look at you. I swear, I start filming. Come here. Come here. Jump up. Let's go. And he pops in. He's been sitting out in the hallway, not doing anything. And then I start filming and he walks in. He knows. This is crazy. Are you just a celebrity? Huh? You just want to be on the camera? You can show over your back? Okay. This is Dwight. If you're new here, hopefully you stumbled on and saw my whip parade and maybe you want to hang out and see what else I get up to. But this is my 2026 plans video. Okay, buddy. Yeah. Okay. We'll see how long he lasts. But this is just kind of a general overview of what I plan to do in 2026. So I did already talk about the fact that I was going to be making a bullet journal to kind of keep track of everything. This thing has my fitness goals, my reading goals, my writing goals, as well as now my stitching goals. And so I guess I can just kind of go through kind of a brief overview of what my specific plans are. I have 3 non-full coverage and 3 full coverage focuses for next year. So my 3 full coverage focuses are going to be The Wizard of Oz, Woman in a Field of Flowers, and Rainbow Fairy. And my 3 non-full coverage are going to be Treasure Island, Portrait of Lady M, and Fairy Iridescence. And those are just based on like who okay, buddy, you gotta get down. I know. Who I have like started stitching those with. So Portrait of Lady M, I started with Levi from Most Stitch Happens, and then Fairy Iridescence I started with Melissa from Melissa Makes It All. And I guess I should rewind. So my number 1 resolution next year, and I've got it written on the very first page here, is to only give energy to those who give energy back. So it's going to go a little deep and personal, but I am very much a yes person, and I want to jump in on everything, and I want to be involved in everything, and I want to help everybody. So someone mentions they're missing a chart, I instantly go on an eBay search for it to try to find it for them. Like, this is like, that's what I do. But I have not really been getting that back from a lot of people, like in my personal life, in my work life, as well as like stitching, community, social, all that jazz. So I'm making that a focus, like overall, to not necessarily stop being a yes person, but to realize and kind of catalog the areas that, like, giving back to those people that actually seem to want to be involved in my life. And so you'll see that's kind of a theme that runs through a lot of my like stitching. So those are the 2 reasons that I want to stitch the Portrait of Lady M and Fairy Iridescence. Treasure Island is just, it's just old. It needs to be done. So that I'm just making it a focus because it has a lot to go and I need it done on it. And then The Wizard of Oz is a gift for my mother-in-law. Woman in a Field of Flowers is my first Stitches So Beautiful pattern. I'd love to have it finished, or at least like move it forward a little bit. And then the Rainbow Fairy is a present for my daughter. So those are the reasons I picked those. What are some other things that I'm going to be doing? Oh, I want to make Wizard of Oz my like number 1 priority. And so I've got this set out that I stitch on it every single day. I would like to get 350 stitches on it a day. We'll see how that goes. If I hit that 350 for that day, I will mark off the X here. So just a way to kind of keep track of that and hopefully keep on top of it. I am going to be doing WIPGO, but it's going to be minimal, 100 stitches on each one. Like, I'm not going to try to do a whole bunch of like this, and this. Like, I don't want to do like 500 stitches on this while I'm still trying to get 340 stitches on Wizard of Oz a day. Like, that's not going to happen. Same thing with BRRINGO. I want to participate, but if I don't succeed, no worries. Like, I'm not going all in on all of these things. I'm writing down all of the bingos for full coverage Fanatics, but I don't have that many full coverage pieces, and I'm not going to start a bajillion of them just to get a bingo. But maybe trying to fit Wizard of Oz into a bunch of these, or Rainbow Fairy or whatever, that's what I'm going to do. My main stitchy game that I'm going to participate in is Fandom Stitching Challenges, and that's because I'm a leader there. So I'm leading the Wizard of Floss team. So if you want to come over and join, it's Broadway themed this year, guys. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. Musicals. And so I'm leading the I'm one of 2 leaders for the Wizard of Floss, and which is like, it's so fortuitous that I got that team when my focus project is Wizard of Oz. Like, okay. So we have weeklies, monthlies, yearlies, there's a book challenge, there's a Sal challenge, all kinds of stuff on there. So I'm going to be participating when I can. Like, the focus is Wizard of Oz and those focus pieces. Where it fits in all these games, that's where it's going to add in. Okay, so then I mentioned full coverage Fanatics. Again, just partaking in little bitty, like, if this game fits, cool. Magazine monthly, as it fits. Let's see, what was the Soulful Stitching? I picked 8 whips. There are some of them that were on my 2025 year of whips, so that's probably gonna hopefully I finish them this year, because I didn't finish them last year. Okay, but my, like, games, like, kind of me-led games that I want to do, I have 2 games I'm going to play next year. Are you ready for this? I'm so excited. Will you stop? Stop drawing attention to yourself. This is not about you. So I am going to do, first off, I'm going to do a version of Jessie Marie's Milestone Manor, but I'm calling it my Stitcher's Dream House, because, like I said, my focus is to give energy to those that give energy back. And so I'm picking my, like, stitchy community, the people that I talk to on a daily, weekly, monthly, whatever, my stitchy group that have, like, shown, you know, been a part of my I don't know, Stitch friend group, or whatever you want to call it. The Stitchers that are close to me. I have reached out to all of them and asked them to pick 5 of their favorite whips. And what I'm going to do is, instead of, like, going into rooms and trying to defeat whips, what I'm doing is I'm traveling to different rooms to chat with people. And so I'm going to grab a D&D map chart from my husband. I'm sure he's got tons of them. And I'm going to put all of these people in different rooms. And as I meander the halls and the rooms to go to chat with people, I'll basically walk into their room. So, like, if I walk into Casey's room, I'll walk into the room and I'll pull up, I was going to show you the spinner, but it's on the phone that I'm recording on, so that's not happening. I will go in and I will open up the Decision app, and I've got her 5 whips on a wheel, so I'll hit it and it'll tell me what whip I'm stitching on, and I will stitch on that. I haven't decided if I'm going to stitch on it until a milestone is complete, because I went through and created a list of, like, these are the next milestones, kind of like Jen the Caffeinated Crafter did this, like, set up her milestones back in 2023, just like individually based on each whip. So wow, I'm, like, looking at these milestones like, well, maybe I need to back those down a little bit. Anyway, so these different milestones, like, I would either work towards a milestone or roll a dice and stitch that many stitches. And it's going to be kind of leisurely, so it's not like there's not a timeline to do it. So I don't think I'm going to do, like, the XP and the, like, hit points and stuff. I'm going to just visit with my friends. And when one friend's stitch gets done, then they get to pick another one. And just kind of have it continually going on. And here's a little fun addition that I'm adding. So if I have a Flosstube friend that shouts me out on their channel, that's like they rang the doorbell and they came for a visit. So if you're a Flosstuber and you shout me out at any point next year, be sure to call out a WIP as well, because then I'll pull that one out and that's when I'll start stitching on. If they just mention me and don't call a WIP, then I will try to message them and say, okay, what's your favorite WIP of mine? And I'll work on that. I will definitely take suggestions on whether you think I should work towards the first milestone or towards a dice roll, because I'm still undecided. I'm leaning towards a dice roll because I have so much focus on Wizard of Oz. So I might do a dice roll. That I might keep. Yeah. So yeah, that's my Stitcher's Dream House. I'm really excited about that one. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And then my second game is gonna be similar to Flosstube Flosstube Frenzy, but I'm focusing, instead of like on the Flosstubers that I watch, I'm focusing on the people that comment and interact with me. So I'm calling it Comment, Collaborate, and Stitchin'. Brian said I had to sing it or like rap it. He said it's not cool if you don't rap it, so I rapped it. There you go. So comment, collaborate, and stitchin'. Basically how it works. If you comment on my video, comment the name of a WIP as well at the end. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all of those on a wheel and I'll spin it, and whatever WIP gets picked, I will stitch on that for how many comments there are. So let's say Linda puts down oh my gosh, I can't even think of names of my WIPs right now. Puts down Wizard of Oz. Lisa puts down the Fairy Iridescence. And I've got, let's see, Katie from Jeremiah's Mom puts like comments, Treasure Island, and someone else comments, Lizzie the Stitcher comments, Away We Ride. So there's 4 comments right there. I spin it, Away We Ride wins. So now I have to do 400 stitches on Away We Ride. And that'll kind of like depend on how much time I've got that week. So like if I don't have a lot of time, then I'll do 40 stitches. If I have a lot of time, I'll do the 400, but I should be able to do the 400. If we get over like 10 comments, there is no way that I can do 1,000 stitches in a week. So then we're gonna start going for like, okay, 10 comments, that's 100 stitches or whatever. I'll deviate for it. And then each week I will pick a second focus WIP, and however many likes there are on that video, that's how many stitches I'll do on the second WIP. I hope that makes sense. So comments, I spin for the WIP. Number of comments is how many stitches I put into that WIP. Likes, that's how many stitches I put into my chosen WIP. So you guys can help me, because you know how much I love comments. Chit chat below. And we'll start it up with the first video. Well, actually, it's December 31st, which means I'll be starting my next week of stitches. So whoever wants to comment below, let's get this thing started. Put a comment below. Hopefully you've watched my WIP parade, so you know what my WIPs are. Put the name of a WIP down, and let's see how much I'm stitching for it next week. I'll have to figure out the timeline for it, like comment by by the first video, because then I'll look at the previous video, take all that together and figure it out. Yeah, so just comment. I'm going to try to upload on Mondays because it's easy for me to edit on Sunday and then just upload it on Monday. So I will try to release a new video on Mondays. So comment by Sunday so that I can get that all figured out. Okay. I'm excited. Yeah, those are my plans, y'all. That was a really short video, but it's okay, because now you can move to the next one. So thanks for hanging. It was great to see y'all, and we'll chat later. Bye.